Good morning. Look at this. Oh my goodness, it's just snowing like you would not believe. I have showed you snowing before, but this is just a sea of beautiful white going everywhere. Just like the Lord is just spewing it out of his hands, just like little kids would foam, you know, the fun confetti type of stuff. It's just everywhere. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's not really all that cold out here either. It's in the 30s. I mean, that's cold, but hey, it could be below zero. So that's always a good thing. But yeah, it really is. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at Mindy. We have been out here approximately, what, 25 seconds? And the dogs are just full of snow. Look at my coat. It's everywhere. Isn't it amazing? Anyways, don't know what my plans are for today. I know tomorrow I'm meeting a friend and we're going to just kind of like window shop, which is dangerous for me, but have a little bit of lunch and enjoy each other's company. But today, I don't know. Anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you later on today. Well, it is now almost noon, and it is still snowing. It has not stopped. It's a little bit finer snow, but as you can see, it is very white. And, I mean, this, you know, the way it's coming down, you can't really see very well. But it is also gotten down to 21 degrees, so, oh boy, winter has returned. Well, since I couldn't really do anything today besides clean the house, I decided that I was going to try something new. And I made what was called pretzels or / breadsticks. In order to make them pretzels, you were supposed to make them more thin, so about the size of a pencil, which was harder to do than it may sound, because I didn't make these from traditional flours. I made this from almond flour and coconut flour, and there's no yeast in it. And I gotta be honest with you, when I was starting to take them out of the oven, because you were supposed to cook them for 10 minutes, take them out of the oven, put a little bit of beaten egg on them, and then put some coarse salt on it, and then return them to the oven at a higher temperature for another 5 minutes. And I did all that. And when I took them out of the oven, I had 2 pans of them. I was just rather disappointed because it didn't look anything like the picture that they had shown on the recipe. So I went ahead and I just turned off the oven and shut the door of the oven and left that other pan in there because I honestly thought, I'm just going to throw these away. And I went ahead and I thought, you know what, you got to try this. So it said to put a little bit of melted butter on them and enjoy, right? Well, I tried one and it did, that's all I can say. It tastes like nothing. So I just walked away and I thought, well, you know, hey, it was worth a try, right? Well, then about 30 minutes later, I came back because I thought I better clean up and get that pan out of the oven and clean that pan. But when I took them out of the oven that had been in that oven for a whole 30 minutes, of course it was off, but it was still quite warm in there. In fact, I still needed to use a pot holder in order to get the pan out because it still would have been too hot for my hands. And I saw how much darker they were. And I put a little bit of melted butter on them. And I tried them. They were yummy. Really yummy. So I will show you the difference here. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see the difference, really. But there is a considerable difference in the color. This is the one that was left in the oven for that additional 30 minutes, but the oven wasn't on. It was just, I had turned it off from 400 degrees and it just stayed in there. This is the one that was according to their time. This is just very, I mean, it tastes like dough. This actually is quite yummy, especially when you dip it in like some peanut butter or some almond butter, or I think it would be even good with some melted cheese. But yeah, I was just really surprised. They just needed to be cooked longer, you know, because their total time was 15 minutes. So yeah, I think I will try this again, but I think I'm going to change things up a little bit. And I'll see how that goes. Anyways, for now, these are pretty yummy. Talk to you later. Yesterday I was out here and I showed you all that wonderful green grass, and now look at it. Yeah, we probably have about, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches of snow. So yeah. Oh, and there goes Missy May. And of course there's Mindy Lou. She has to bark at me. Oh my, are you going to roll in the snow? She just loves sticking her head in the snow. Oh, they're silly dogs. They really are. But I just, I am glad it is, I think it's around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it finally stopped snowing. It has snowed since I woke up until about 20 minutes ago. So yeah, it's definitely back to a winter wonderland, which, you know, hey, it's February, right? But it sure was nice having that warmer weather, that's for sure. It sure is nice not to have to shovel and brush off cars and all that kind of stuff. But hey, what? Well, she's not following me, is she? Yet she's barking. Probably should go back and see what she's up to, right? Oh, there she is. What were you barking at, honey? Oh, you're just gonna bark? Okay. Yeah, actually, that's what Shelties do best. They bark. They bark, they look adorable, and they're beautiful. But, yeah, I don't know if she's going to come up these steps. Are you going to come up these steps with me? Because nothing's been shoveled off. Come on, let's go. Come on, Missy, let's go. You going to come? You going to go up? Come on, let's go. You're not going to? You want Mommy to do it with you? Okay, come on. Oh, okay, I'll kick some away. How's that? Is that better? Okay, come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Mindy, I walked up with you. Come on, let's go. I got the snow brushed away. Let's go. Come on, pretty girl. You can do it. Come on, Mindy, let's go. Come on, I'm going in. Let the other dogs in, and she's still standing at the bottom of these steps. Poor little thing. Okay, come on. Come on with Mama. You can do this. Come on. Good girl. Good girl, sweetie. Good evening, everyone. I trust that everyone had a very nice Thursday. I believe it's Thursday, right? Yeah. You know what? It's pretty sad when you gotta think what day of the week it is. What can I say? I never claimed to be the sharpest knife in the drawer. Tonight, though, I wanted us to look at 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 13. Therefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober,
and rest your hope fully upon the grace that is to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. I want to try to give you a picture of what this verse is saying so we can more clearly understand what the words of Peter mean. Therefore, having girded up the loins of your mind, this is an image of a person wearing a long garment, as they did in Christ's day, and then tucking their garment into their belt so that they can run and move about freely and quickly without tripping over their garment. And the part of you that is to be freed by this girding up is our mind. As the verse tells us to gird up the loins of our mind. And then he goes on to say, be sober. It gives us the image of not being drunk when it comes to spiritual things. This is implying alertness and the need to evaluate things correctly and clearly. We will only see clearly when our mind isn't numb or dull from any influences. Don't let your mind drink in things that numb the mind, that will numb your heart to the value of God's grace. Like alcohol will numb a person's mind. This Peter is using in the same correlation, not to allow us to drink in anything, to visually see anything, to read anything, to do anything that is going to numb our heart and mind to the value of God's grace. Do not allow anything that distorts reality by making your mind insensitive to what is true, real, and valuable. There are many, many influences that can numb our mind to spiritual reality. The point is to know what numbs your mind to God and avoid it. Now, the first part of this letter was an action you do with your mind and your heart. And the next part of this verse is our command to hope. Rest your hope fully. Hope is not an action of the body. It's an experience of the soul. Peter is commanding us to experience hope. Hoping fully in the grace of God and letting nothing come into your mind that desensitizes you or diminishes your passion for God. Peter tells us what the object of our hope is, what we are hoping in, namely, the grace of God. We are told to rest our hope fully on the grace, or to fix, as the King James Version says, your hope completely on the grace to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. When Jesus comes back, he is bringing grace to the people of God. Hope in it. We are not hopefully, as in one word, but we are to hope fully in God's grace. 2 words. We are told to hope for the grace that will be brought to us at the revelation of Jesus Christ. our hope here is in what is yet to happen. And so with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And let's hope fully in God's grace. Let's be people that are sober-minded and set our desires on the grace of God and the revelation of Jesus Christ. Good night, and God bless.